pound, you don't wanna get hit by left and right, this jab can go hit. Yeah, I just be grinding every day, can't catch up to me. Yeah, you cannot dodge on my punches, I feel like Bruce Lee. Yeah, flow like a butterfly, sitting like a bee. Yeah, weaving all these punches like my name Harley. Man, I cannot fake it, tryna climb up the ranks, I can make it. You a little bitch, to me you was basic. You was so fake, more faker than latex.
Watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Air Canada Center in Toronto, Canada.
Never gon' stop, like mama I made it. I'm dedicated, she want my baby. Yeah, you gon' come out at the top. Yeah, my punches hit hard like a Glock. Yeah, knock to my core, he don't stop. Like 21 cent, that's a lot. Yeah, damn, it's a beat down, beat him so hard now he switch language, ni how. Yeah, I put some fear in his eye, don't I know how this shit gon' go down. Yeah, you boxing with me, your medical fee gon' be triple repeat. Damn, no one fucking with me, that's why I feel like the king of this league. King of this league. King of this league, yeah, king of this league. No one fucking with me. Fucking with me. Feel like king of this league. Now we boxing, little bitch. Knock you out now, you really my bitch. Go pound for pound, you don't wanna get hit by left and right, this jab can go hit. Yeah, I just be grinding every day, can't catch up to me. Yeah, you cannot dodge on my punches, I feel like Bruce Lee. Yeah, flow like a butterfly, sitting like a bee. Yeah, weaving all these punches like my name Harley. Man, I cannot fake it, tryna climb up the ranks, I can make it. You a little bitch, to me you was basic. You was so fake, more faker than latex.
Watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Air Canada Center in Toronto, Canada.
Never gon' stop, like mama I made it. I'm dedicated, she want my baby. Yeah, you gon' come out at the top. Yeah, my punches hit hard like a Glock. Yeah, knock to my core, he don't stop. Like 21 cent, that's a lot. Yeah, damn, it's a beat down, beat him so hard now he switch language, ni how. Yeah, I put some fear in his eye, don't I know how this shit gon' go down. Yeah, you boxing with me, your medical fee gon' be triple repeat. Damn, no one fucking with me, that's why I feel like the king of this league. King of this league. King of this league, yeah, king of this league. No one fucking with me. Fucking with me. Feel like king of this league. Now we boxing, little bitch. Knock you out now, you really my bitch. Go pound for pound, you don't wanna get hit by left and right, this jab can go hit. Yeah, I just be grinding every day, can't catch up to me. Yeah, you cannot dodge on my punches, I feel like Bruce Lee. Yeah, flow like a butterfly, sitting like a bee. Yeah, weaving all these punches like my name Harley. Man, I cannot fake it, tryna climb up the ranks, I can make it. You a little bitch, to me you was basic. You was so fake, more faker than latex.
Watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Air Canada Center in Toronto, Canada.
boxing with me. Your medical fee gon' be triple repeat. Damn, no one fucking with me. That's why I feel like the king of this league. King of this league. King of this league. Yeah, king of this league. No one fucking with me. Fucking with me. Feel like king of this league. We boxing, little bitch. Knock you out now, you really my bitch. Go pound for pound, you don't wanna get hit. By left and right, this jab go hit. Yeah, I just be grinding every day, can't catch up to me. Yeah, you cannot dodge on my punches, I feel like Bruce Lee. Yeah, flow like a butterfly, sitting like a bee. Yeah, weaving all these punches like my name Holly. Man, I cannot fake it. Trying to climb up the ranks, I can make it. You a little bitch, to me you was basic. You was so fake, more faker than latex.
Yeah, watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Air Canada Center in Toronto, Canada.
Never gonna stop, like mama, I made it. I'm dedicated. She want my babies. Yeah, you gon' come out at the top. Yeah, my punches hit hard like a clock. Yeah.
We're gonna stand and bang, so I'm just hoping that he keeps this from. Who did you beat, man? What I get to do is to tear down his chance at the belt.
Punch him in his jaw, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna make you my son.
I know how that works.
I'm gonna show you that old man Papa strike.
Oh!
The chosen one will be getting a contract as well. He is really entertaining. He put on a show right there, and that's what we love to see here at the UBA.
Ringside Dion can finally call themselves the best league in the world. And they can take home $500.
Will there be any team to give RSVR a run for their money next season? Yup. Welcome everybody to week 2, day 1 of UBAE Summer Split. We got a back-to-back action for y'all, ladies and gentlemen. We have UKFC Uncs taking on Junc as the first matchup for today, and Team Sheath Elite taking on Champions United as the second matchup later on after that. And day 2 will be on a Sunday, which y'all already see it right there. Here is the schedule lined up for y'all for all upcoming UBAE matchups. Go ahead and mute that other. There we go. Sorry guys. Wait, no, wrong audio. There we go. Yeah, this is the schedule coming up for UBAE and everything related. And in case y'all are out living under a rock, there is Fight Night 29 too this week on Saturday, which is tomorrow. So make sure y'all tune in for Fight Night 29. That press conference, guys, too. Everyone was heated. Whole house was mad. Everybody beefing. Kaze, M4, Natsu, Vinyl, Nemesis. Everybody was there beefing. So make sure y'all tune in for Fight Night 29, a very heated one, and Fight Night 30 as well there too, which is 2 weeks after. These are going to be very, very stacked card. And I believe there is an announcement too for Fight Night 29. And that special update is that Vinyl versus Roton has been moved to the main event. The King has ordered and declared himself to be the main event of Fight Night 29. And Jester has pulled out, unfortunately, against him in his bout with Contour. So Blue has stepped in on short notice to face off against Contour. But yeah, make sure y'all tune in for that tomorrow. Fight Night 29, a heated and stacked card. But let's go ahead. I mean, the coin was already flipped. I believe it was UKFC Unks that had the first pick. So let's go ahead and take it to the battle room for Bing's first pick. Oh, and my apologies, guys. This is a little bit rude on me, but I am 1 HP, and we do have our commentators Gauf and Blue right here too, guys. So how are y'all feeling since we're in the battle room here watching this?
For the summer split.
And those names on there are
You good?
accurate. They're not. Nope, not anyone pulled out yet on this one, or is that the next set?
What happened?
The names that are on the monitor are the right ones. They're
Yeah,
not the
these
pull
are
out.
the accurate ones.
Okay.
No pull out. This is the pick here.
Ooh. Team UKFC Unks has selected Japan for the first fight.
Yeah, I'm really liking the setup. It's real clean.
And we're gonna go ahead
both
and
of
take
them.
it to the Junc battle room where we'll see Mr. Asiliji himself make a pick for his team. 2 minutes on the clock too, so they have some time to really think of something to work out here. Think of something to do.
Yeah, they should definitely try and look for a fighter that will be able to counter just the explosive pressure from Japan and try and be able to counter that insane cardio that he carries alongside that pressure.
This is on PTC or live?
This is on
PTC.
PTC, and Asiliji could not make
Okay.
it, so Ampy is making the picks for the team, and Ampy has picked himself to come in and represent Team Junc versus UKFC Unks. So this is going to be a very interesting one. The code is sent to both fighters. So let's go ahead and take it to the other room, where we are now going to talk about the upcoming matchup, which is Asiliji versus Japan. What do y'all think about this matchup? A lightweight versus a light heavyweight.
Oh, it could be interesting. I'm interested to see how well the hit first mechanic is going to play a role in today's fights, especially if there's a difference in height. If the person is able to utilize their reach, it could change the flow of the fight compared to what it would be on live.
Yeah, I kind of agree with what Gal said there, and I'm also interested to see, especially how Ampy, how he approaches this fight, because Japan is a very interesting brawler, basically just an all gas, no brakes type of fighter. So I'm really interested in how he approaches this fight, both defensively and offensively, to try and counter that pressure.
So ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take it to the match, because it is now time for these fighters to step in there and fight. Ampy versus Japan, starting right now.
Oof. Here we go, now loading into the venue. We have Japan coming out into the black Puma gear, coming out with the white trunks. Round one.
Round one, 3 minutes on the clock to go for this one. Ampy in the white shorts with the two runners. Japan in the black Puma gear. Both have already started off with some quick pace. 9-minute fights. They have to kind of back it up and kind of step back in there just in case their team needs it.
Yeah, if he is already trying to establish that footwork, being well aware of the speed. It's pretty nice that keeping his head off the center line, avoiding most of these straight shots from Japan.
Yeah. Based on at least my fight with Japan and what I've seen from him, he starts out fast and then kind of fades even into like the late second round, third round. I don't know recently if he's upped his cardio, so maybe that's not true anymore. But if you just feint him and draw his volume and just stay defensively mindful, you can sink the first round as long as you don't get dropped and make it up in the second and third. I think he's doing a good job of being defensive, but even if you're somewhat defensively sound, punches still do more damage than they should, but you need to start looking for those counters.
Yeah, Japan is getting some damage to the guard. Just shown here. You know, AMP's trying to keep that high guard, but Japan is somehow finding a way around it.
I'm gonna go ahead and
AP is throwing wide hooks to try to return at Japan's wide throwing. He is a taller fighter, and he's shown that he could work his straights. And I think if he implements those, he could really shut down Japan coming in. Japan is doing a good work, loading up those combinations, keeping him busy, putting up damage and punishment on AP. That's a little sneaky body.
MP just landed a counter for 67. He just needs to pick his shots better.
Oh my God! Ampy being shut down in round one.
Oh, he's getting up. The hurt on this kid.
That rear hook just throws him to the camp. And those gloves are not showing no love.
Yeah, so MP's making these like lateral movements, and he's making Japan miss when he does it, but then he doesn't capitalize on it in any way. Oh, right there, he just landed a two-piece, and then didn't follow it up. And then Japan's just throwing all volume. So if he wants to win this round, he needs a knockdown. Otherwise, he needs to just relax and try to tire out Japan if he can.
Yeah, but
What's the right hand of Japan in these combinations? He's sneaking in a body uppercut, which the body shots, especially on PTC, is one of the good ways to build up. Well, on live and PTC in general, so it's a very good way to build up the damage and punishment to secure a knockdown and that heavy shot.
Yeah, a lot of fighters, when they land a body shot, they tend to build up very fast, and Japan seems to be one of those fighters that is affected by that.
Yeah, a few things. One is I think the room scale is on the smaller side because they're not moving very far at all. They're basically staying on the logo. The other thing is MP keeps stopping when he moves, and then Japan's just gonna go nonstop. He's gonna keep winning out in volume. MP needs to try to punch on the opposite side because Japan drops his hands every time he throws. Both hands are down. So if he can catch on one side and throw on the other at the same time, he's just gonna build up punishment just off counters. And like HP said earlier, he really needs to try to work in the jab, even if he just touches that range, that hit first mechanic, even if I think it scales off damage. So even if you're not getting the full benefit of it, it's still something.
Yeah. MP needs to try and commit to the combos more because that is kind of his only chance of being able to stop Japan. Just basically needs to go toe-to-toe with him because Japan isn't quite known for having pretty bad latency. So he really needs to just try and go toe-to-toe with him.
I think going toe-to-toe is a good way to lose. I think trying to get the counters off, like right here, off the circling, if you can keep doing that, Japan's not able to keep up. So if you can, use your lateral movement, land a hook or two, and then move. Don't stay there. Basically, two punches move is what I would recommend if I was his coach. For Japan, I would just say don't burn out because right now, if you're in the lead, worst case scenario, if you don't, there we go.
He tried loading up a combination on Ampy. Ampy moved in with a left-hander. It looked like a short left hook.
Yeah, it looks like he feinted it at first. I don't know if it was intentional or not, if he was just repositioning, but it looked like he dropped it, and then Japan put his hand down to intercept it, and then he came over top.
I'm assuming moving damage is still in the game too.
Pretty sure.
That makes sense on how Japan lynched straight into that, but Ampy getting rocked again. The right and left from Japan.
But you're moving that way, just hook that way. Sorry.
Yeah, I do notice that Ampy does get quite low when he starts going into pocket with Japan. You know, almost like right on top of his belt line, and probably throws a couple of shots to the body, and then moves right back out instead. Ooh!
He's doing a good job when he catches on one side, but he's just not shooting the hook on the other side.
Yeah. He is getting Japan on very high punishment, though. Doing a lot better than the first round. But Japan is responding to that.
He's not letting Ampy take a break or rest at all. He's keeping this fight volume, digging to the body, and you can see it played out again there. It's the body work showing up, securing those knockdowns. We do have referees on standby to look into this in case there is repetitive spam, consecutive spam, I mean, from Japan's end of things.
I mean, it is. But I think everyone could see that. Like, that was 14 punches, 15. I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm just that.
Yeah. Japan does
Was
tend to.
repetitive punches.
All right.
Good.
Japan does tend to overcommit to his combinations. You know, when he starts to move in and just start teeing off, those combos tend to last a very long time. I mean, that was displayed during his fight with Rico. You know, he kept. Oh.
Let's go.
Maybe he wants to make sure Japan's tired. Don't give him the time to rest.
Third and final round for the first matchup between Juncs versus Uncs. In case you forgot, Japan and the Black Pumas. In the final 3 minutes.
Yeah, Japan's gonna throw no matter what. So if you just feint him, he's gonna throw off the 2 punches, and then you just throw the hook over on the opposite side. I would say Ampy's not giving Japan enough to think about. Japan can just sit there and spam 30 punches in a row and not really have to think about it.
Yeah, Ampy is saying
right here, he's just standing there.
But Japan is just overwhelming him so much to the point where it just really is not that useful to a certain point. Oh, right there. And he doubled over to me. I definitely got a reaction out of Ampy.
Oh! It's 30-24 is what it's looking like so far for unofficial scorecards. Japan taking a lead in this fight, securing a knockdown in each round. With a lot of
I've noticed Japan is staying very consistent with his volume. I don't think he's really gassed out yet. And I'm not really surprised about that. I mean, I've seen this man go over 11 rounds back to back. If he hurt again, and he's down for the second time. The shot electric from Japan being put on display.
I mean, just to point out like what people are saying in the comments, being defensively responsible against like arm punching in game that is rewarded too much versus blocking in real life is fundamentally different.
All over in the third. Securing a win for UKFC Junc via technical knockout. Oh my goodness. Yeah, Ampy looked very fatigued in that third round, and Japan just went all in. What a way to go.
A 30-22 decision right there. You can see the knockdowns and then the damage on this public test build of what went down.
Oh my god. Yeah, every time I see Japan fight, I always expect, just to be some ridiculous damage on the scorecards. Showed no mercy. 1900 to 900 in that third round.
Go ahead and take it to the battle room where Asoji will be making his pick, his first pick for the second round to see what will go down.
Are you guys just saying stuff in the comments, or do you guys actually watch with any kind of like thought behind anything? Was he not blocking and just getting hit through and around the guard nonstop?
Yeah, he was trying to defend, but yeah, like you said, Japan was going around the guard and just hitting through the guard as well there too, keeping him busy. Which...
I mean, yeah, Ampy was doing fine. I mean,
my thoughts on spam
Japan just throws more.
Are a little here and there. I mostly lean towards if you can't defend volume and punches, I feel like it's more your end. But when it comes to like cheesiness and like when it's a cheesy, then it's really like understandable of there has to be an act on it.
Yeah, I'm not even saying anything about the spam point. The people are talking down on Ampy like he wasn't giving him effort. He was trying to block. He was trying to do what he could. But yeah, when you're out, someone's that much faster than you with that much volume in game, you're kind of, yeah. If you don't have like that boxing pivoting and stuff like that, it's going to be hard to handle. And I think he did well for what he could do.
Speaking of what can we do, what can Asoji do? Because there's 40 seconds left and he has to make a pick for his team to get somebody in there.
And really thinking on this one, has to be careful of UKFC Junc's roster. I mean, they still do have Goldilocks and Bing to go. So he really needs to pick carefully.
10 seconds coming up. Can Ampy make his choice? Unless it will just go to a mandatory. We could give a little lenient 10 to 15 seconds extra. If not, we'll go down. Oh, the pick is in, and that is C-Tuck. Last second buzzer beater for Ampy. Putting in C-Tuck. But who will the UKFC Unk select?
Now we go over to the battle room for Bing as he will make his choice. He has two very sharp fighters on his lineup, Goldilocks and Bing himself. But, C-Tuck is a known AMA contender. Also, did make an appearance on the Castle Contender Series. So,
Nap Boy didn't check in, so he can't go in. He didn't check in. And Bing has put in the pick, and that is Bingling himself stepping in for the UKFC Unks, representing this team. Ladies and gentlemen, C-Tuck versus Bingling is the matchup.
Yep. Two known fighters, and Bing, a little bit of love to him, man. One of our fellow commentators.
Yeah, I haven't seen C-Tuck, so I'd be interested to see how he does. I've heard good things, just you guys, and so interested to see how he does.
Yeah, that boy didn't check in, so he cannot step in.
You guys don't read the rule book.
Y'all gotta check in, guys. Respond to y'all's messages. When that Vega front office DMs y'all, I don't care if you want to act mysterious. You at least act mysterious and respond instantly to that Vega bot. After that, it's not in our hands anymore. If you can, then you can. If you couldn't, then you wouldn't. Enforce that defense rule. Guys, come on, let's not. We are waiting on. Yeah, let me go ahead and take it to the other room for y'all right here, so we don't have to watch the battle room. We are waiting on C-Tuck to join up.
Now there's just a leaderboard for y'all. Conference A and Conference B. And just a reminder, Sheath Elite and Champions United will be fighting for the second matchup. So make sure you tune into that. There is, I believe, the card for Fight Night 29. Some, little updates.
Yeah, I'm starting to see more and more names that I'm just unfamiliar with. So I think that just is a good thing. I think it's showing how many more new people are coming and joining these leagues.
There's going to be so much more coming on as this goes on. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and load up this match. C-Tuck versus Bingling. The second matchup between Junc versus Unks. Can Junc get a 1-1 lead score? Or will the UKFC Unks follow up on 2-0? C-Tuck, the bald one in pink. Bingling with the mullet in pink.
Mullet power.
Yeah, a lot of mullet
hit
fighters
hard,
that
but no gas tank.
Yeah, a lot of mullet fighters that are just straight demons. Oh,
We were just waiting for this fight to start.
okay, I'm just waiting on the ref. First round of 3. Ooh, good opening shots from both fighters. They're trying to use that footwork. They had range of those heavy shots from Bing. But he also needs to stay defensive responsible with 2 great straight shots from the guard. Bing. Oh!
This is the type of volume I'm completely fine with, because this is looking for openings, not throwing the same. Oh,
right there.
First time seeing that animation. It's clean.
And let's look at Bing's mullet.
These cars starting to show through, but C-Tuck landing a left hook.
Another
Pin
one.
coming in. Yep, they're both throwing power shots here.
But they fight back. That glass chink from Bing is really coming in.
Yeah. I'd like to see.
Oh!
So far, Bingling up 2 knockdowns in round 1. Can he secure a knockout in round 1?
I'd like to see C-Tuck use his range, but I mean, at this point, you just want to prioritize defense so you don't get knocked out.
Oh my goodness.
But it looks like it's
that.
yeah,
Oh, it's all over.
that's what I was about to say.
Oh my goodness. What a clean sweep for Team UKFC Unks going up 2-0 against Team Junc. This is not looking good for Team Junc. And I believe we do have a mandatory matchup after this.
I wonder what the ping was on that. That was a very responsive fight. Every punch landed, it looked like.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We're going to take a look at the damage. And the mandatory bout is Tony versus Goldilocks. But here's the damage for round 1 on what happened on a public test build of Thrill to Fight 1. Let's go ahead and show y'all.
Not as far as you would expect for getting 3 knockouts versus none, but I think it just had to do with the timing of those big punches. C-Tuck was landing too. He was landing off that hook when Bingling was going low, but it would land for 70, and then he would have time to move off and recover a little.
Mandatory matchup. This is Junc's opportunity to come back Tony hung low versus Goldilocks. And I believe Goldilocks was a
That's Tony
fighter
isn't
for
available.
Team Japan. Oh, Tony isn't here. Ooh. Ew. But as I was saying, Goldilocks was a fighter for Team Japan in the VB Mayor World Cup. They did end up taking it home, winning a $100 prize and a $20 Meta gift card. I think the rewards were split up though.
Tony
$50
says
to
he's
each.
joining. See right there, if Tony could not make it, then this will be a match is over. So Tony is on his way, but this is a reminder, guys. Make sure y'all read through. Make sure y'all go through and see those messages when it hits. That's all we ask.
Yeah, having fought Goldie last season, he's very susceptible to movement. So like if you use his lateral movement, I mean, this isn't uncommon for most of the player base, but lateral movement and try to make him guess where you're going, you can land in between his punches. And that's something why Tony is good at. Like when he fought Slove last season, he was making Slove miss a lot and using a lot of his lateral movement to land 1 to 2 punches in between Slove's punches. So if Tony can keep him moving, move in circles, and then try to land in between, he has a good shot. Goldie does hit hard, at least previous season. I don't know how well that translates to PTC, but I think it's something. I think it's a close fight either way.
Yeah, definitely. I personally have not seen much of Goldilocks, so really interested to see what he has to show to us.
I would say a slightly
running this
slower
one second,
Japan
guys.
with slightly different punches combinations.
Dang, this guy really needs to clean his room.
I think he knocked me out last season, so he's not bad.
Here we
Check this out.
are. Goldilocks coming out in the yellow with the black stripe, and Tony coming out in the blue with the white stripe. Round 1. This is Junc's opportunity to possibly go 1 and 2. Oh man. Oh! Goldie landing some heavy shots.
Yeah, if I'm Tony here, you can't just stick to one direction. You got to move both directions, and then you got to start feinting which direction you're gonna go, just to keep them guessing.
Oh my god!
Goldilocks already going through. Looks like UKFC Unks have been investing in volume for this preparation up against Junc. A lot of them showing relentless pace and non-stop punches. One thing I was going to say about Tony is that I like that he fights anyone. He doesn't care. He will fight anybody.
He did fight Orchard in UBAE 13 and had a very close fight with him. Very competitive.
Tony's a very, very good fighter.
Yeah.
He's one of the fighters that you put him in that list of other, experienced older guys I feel that would be very unstoppable if the game respects him.
Oh,
Yeah.
great in that movement from Goldilocks.
Nothing against Goldie or Japan, but some of these like really short punches that are touching for like 50 should not be touching for 50. They would still probably be winning either way, but yeah, some of these short taps should be nerfed to some extent.
Yep, game's getting there.
Oh, for sure.
Investing good into that body cross and Goldilocks trying to switch it up. On the tables here. Now he's landing the better shots on Goldie.
Goldie seems to be slowing down.
You can see he's really trying to throw his arm to those punches. His man's body is moving with his arm.
Yeah, kind of like with like a slightly nerfed cardio. Ooh, good two-piece. Oh!
Yeah, Tony kind of dropped his hands there.
I'm really loving these KD animations, man.
18 seconds.
Tomorrow too. Goldilocks secure a TKO victory over
nice.
Tony Hung Low and shut out Team Junc. The start of the summer split on week 2, day 1. Looks like not. What a fight we are seeing here.
Yeah, we're gonna see if Tony can capitalize on Goldie slowing down a little bit, but he does have the break to recover, so we'll see if he can. But Tony is landing good punches. He just doesn't have the volume Goldie has, so he's not really able to build up as much punishment. But if he starts feinting like the body and pivoting off, I think he can start to piece together more combos. But yeah, he really needs to change it up a bit.
See, Goldilocks was leading 2 knockdowns in this round.
Is your corner ready?
As we head into round 2.
Okay, ready? Let's fight.
Minutes on the clock for this one. Tony in the teal and white, Goldie in the yellow, in case you forgot. Dirty yellow. To the short spot.
I missed the orange ones.
Ooh, nice right up the middle.
Ooh. Real nice straight shot for Tony in between the guard.
Yeah, Tony's committing to the body.
Yeah, his hands do go down when he goes to the body, keeping him very wide open for counters.
Goldie looking to land that left on Tony coming in there. That's what I thought. Tony is circling out of the power side of Goldilocks, so.
Yeah, when Goldie does
Let's
win
say
range, he's landing.
when Goldie's throwing those extended combos, just keep the guard up, let him throw 10, 15 punches. Just keep out of the way and then try to throw after. Or try to catch his rhythm and throw in between. Trying to trade like mid combo when you're in range probably isn't the best idea.
Yeah, Tony needs to make sure Goldie's not getting in range, because when Goldie starts to cut off that distance, he starts landing some very big power shots that seem to really build up on Tony.
He's getting it in.
So far looking like a clean sweep for UKFC Junc. Tony really needs something big here. Because he tried, answering the phone to that left hook, but didn't seem to register. A little pullback counter from Goldilocks just seemed to register.
Tripling up there from Tony right there. And that's what really catches people off, off guard, is when you work on that time and when you're throwing single shots, they're not expecting a second to come right after, and you've done it pretty often previously, especially on the same hand. You see that working very well with mixing it into the body and head top. Goldie does that too.
One of my favorite combos, yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, Tony starting towards the end of that round was landing the better punches. Again, Goldie kind of keeps fighting in bursts. So we'll see how that translates to the next round. If Tony can keep it up, might have some of that punishment built up.
Yeah. Tony is starting to do better. I mean, I wonder if we could get a replay of that combo he just performed earlier.
Yeah, the triple hook.
Yeah.
I think this the replay production got for y'all though. Instead.
Well, nope. Okay, it's not done. That's a Roy Jones combo. Roy Jones has done that multiple times. We're able to do 3-4 hooks back to back.
Yeah.
He's 10 seconds out.
Going into the third and final
three.
round.
Okay, get ready.
This fight does look like it's going the distance. One of the first fights that has. I mean, we just
Yeah,
saw
Tony
two
needs to
back-to-back
knock out.
KOs. Oh, beautiful opening shot for Goldie. Tony responds right back though.
Tony not standing down or backing off from that trailing with Goldilocks. He lands a good left hook into a right hand. His lead hook landed good, but Goldilocks returns it into the body shot, hurting him up top and then going down with the body cross. A short body hook. Either way, it was his left hand to the body after he hurt him up top.
Man, that was
boom. That's 2 times. I used to pull that same combination on UFC4. You heard somebody spamming buttons. Okay, that was neat. You saw his little taunt right there.
Really trying to get in.
Shots, Goldie has to watch out coming in. Yeah, Goldie's getting rocked a bit here. Oh, there it goes.
Oh my
just
goodness.
as we said.
With a minute and 50 seconds left on the clock, Tony returns a knockdown.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to, what constitutes getting a knockdown anymore, just based off, punishment. Because Tony's landed, 4 to 5 punches that land for, 40 to 50, but then nothing. But then Goldie will land 2 punches that are, 60 and 70, there.
I wish this was a 5-rounder, because I feel like Tony's starting to pick it up the longer this fight goes.
He's getting an intense state right now.
Tony's one of those fighters that definitely do better in those longer rounds. Kind of reminds me of Coach Dave. You see Coach Dave VR fight. A lot of kids won't go them 8 rounds or 12 rounds with him. They only want the 3s. Tony keeping control of the center, kind of following with Goldie a bit. Goldie's pressing forward here. He's getting damage racked up.
30 seconds left and Tony is on very high punishment. Thrown to the canvas. Okay, look. Another left. Look, Goldie is really landing these clean left knockdowns.
He lands his left really good when he throws it as a knee check hook from his high guard.
Yeah,
so far.
Very mean.
It's good that he's putting on a lot of pressure and combination, but that's how Tony put him down earlier. Looks like the fight is over.
Yeah, looks like it'll be a clean sweep for Team UKFC Unks. Yep, all going to Goldilocks.
Let's get back in the lobby and show y'all the damage of what went down.
Mm.
5 knockdowns to 1. And then the damage here. Tony was picking up the damage the last 2 rounds.
Well, that was very close. Like 100 damage.
Yep. But ladies and gentlemen, that is the fight for the first matchup. UKFC Unks defeats Team Junc 3-0 in a clean sweep.
And
Is
that does bring
UKFC
us.
Unks versus UKFC. I mean, Junks versus UKFC Unks. I was about to say UKFC Unks versus UKFC Junc. Don't listen to that, guys. But just know, next up is Team Sheath Elite versus Champions United. We are going to run a quick, 8-minute cooldown countdown. Probably 10 minutes just to get the fighters ready, prepped, everything. Make sure it's all in store. Make sure I get y'all snacks. Take a little poo-poo pee-pee break. You know what I mean? And just get ready for the next one up. Sheath Elite versus Champs United. Number 1, by the way, is on the line. Because let's go ahead and just show y'all the standings, the rankings of what is going on. This is number 1 versus number 2 early on. So just know that number 1 spot is at risk here for day 1. Champions versus Sheath Elite. Like we said, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to see y'all in about, we'll give it 9 minutes. Or 8, actually. We'll see y'all. All right, y'all are good, guys. I'll be right back. Give me a second. What's up, everybody? run for their money next season.
We boxing little bitch, knock you out now, you really my bitch. Go pound for pound, you don't wanna get hit by left and right, this jab go hit. Yeah, I just be grinding every day, can't catch up to me. Yeah, you cannot dodge on my punches, I feel like Bruce Lee. Yeah, flow like a butterfly, sitting like a bee. Yeah, weaving all these punches like my name Holly. Man, I cannot fake it. Trying to climb up the ranks, I can make it. You a little bitch, to me you was basic. You was so fake, more faker than latex.
Watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Air Canada Center in Toronto,
Well, let's hope they have their room skills the right size and everything, so there's no DQ losses. I see my op in the chat right now. So that's quick.
Yep. HP does have a little bit of CTE, so just bear with him. Yeah, he should be better tomorrow. Ooh. Yeah, these are very good picks. Alia is a very power puncher, and Aura, very technical fighter, and Can really needs no introduction. I mean, he is the UBA middleweight champion.
Cam versus Blue could be the one that settles it. They had 2 fights last season.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think he had a trilogy with Jordan, right? I think they had 3 fights, or 2 or 3, and Blue lost all of them. So he lost 2 out of 3, if there was a 3rd one.
Mm.
So you can't win the trilogy.
Oh, M4 has chosen I Am Aura, the #1 ranked UBA light heavyweight, for the first fight.
I mean, last time we had this matchup, it was Aura versus Smoke, and they both had 150 ping and tiny room skills. So you can get a rematch of that too.
Yeah, Maki really needs a fighter that can counter the technicality of Aura. You know, if you've seen Aura IRL, man, dude is built. And he did beat Adonis before Adonis did fight for the BMF belt last fight night on Fight Night 28 against Roatan. Hmm. Yeah, they also have Smoke in them. Smoke in them would be a very interesting pick against Aura.
Yeah, I would say the weakest matchup you would do is put in Excel. I think Excel's probably the worst, then probably Smoke and Bloob are close. I would say under normal circumstances, if the ping is relatively low, I would favor Aura against Smoke. Bloob's an interesting one, depending on which version of him shows up. I think he could potentially take it if he uses his footwork.
Ooh. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah.
That's why I said it was a bad matchup.
Yeah, this is Excel's opportunity to, get that fight back. And about what you said earlier, Gal, about Excel being the worst pick, I would probably say otherwise. I've seen him kill Shot Kev in another league, and he looked very clean. This is probably the best version of Excel that I might have seen yet.
I mean, if Aura uses even a little bit of lateral movement, Excel's just going to lose. He has no footwork. That's why he lost, Cam, he lost against Blix. If you circle his left or his right, so your left, he can't handle it. So we'll see. Hopefully he makes the adjustment. I hope he does, because I love seeing people improve, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I don't know who you are that's telling me to shut up.
Oh.
But I was brought on here to talk, so.
Yep, and Bloob and Natsu are having a loud conversation.
Well, also, don't take anything I'm saying as being disrespectful. I'm not trying to be mean or put anyone down. I'm literally just being as objective as possible. I do that against our own team when I'm on comms.
Just waiting on both fighters. Yep. Yeah, or already made his way into the ring, so to walk out of the dressing room. And this fight is definitely expected to show some fireworks, man.
Yeah, I'm excited. Last time I saw Aura, I think it was against Maki in UBAE, and I think he took that one.
Yeah.
I know he's had some fights since then, but I think that's the last one I remember seeing. And he looked decent there. He was using more footwork. Aura of old used to be too stationary and rely too much on high guard and then trying to hit you with the lunging hook. He started incorporating more into his game, but I'd say there's still some holes in his game as well. He's also susceptible if you go around his lead hand on the opposite side or on the same side. He has a hard time dealing with that as well.
Both fighters
so it's
are
not just Excel.
Short corner ready.
Yeah. Seems Aura is coming out with the blue corner with the white. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Uh,
Yeah, I wish Spectator had more power so you could do like a 1 minute pre-fight check and then just go straight into the round or something like that. Instead of just starting right into it, because then you can just make sure everyone's has the right ping, right room skills.
yeah. Speaking of room skill, I believe Aura did state that his movement mode swapped, so should be good now. XL is coming out in the yellow gear with the black, and Aura coming out in the yellow gear with the white.
Noticing some ping issues already, potentially.
Box on.
Oh, they're the same height? I thought Aura was taller.
No, I think XL was revealed to be 6 foot.
Okay. Yeah, and I think Aura is like 5'11", 6 foot as well. We're about the same height.
Yeah. Oh, good uppercut to start.
Ooh.
The body from XL.
I think it landed on the liver.
Yep. Ooh.
You bottle.
XL's doing really good at keeping Aura at the end of his jab, not letting him close any distance so far. But there's still a lot more to
Cam is
adjust.
actually doing the better job of creating angles in this case. Better than I was expecting.
Yeah. Ooh. Both trade some heavy blows. Yeah, this could be a potential matchup in the future because XL is now in the light heavyweight division, from what you mentioned. So this would definitely be a fun matchup to see in the later future.
Nice.
Ooh. Seems, Aura is starting to tag up a little bit. Getting some more clean shots on XL's head.
Yeah, kind of what I've mentioned before as well on both of them really, but I would say in this case it's more on Aura. He's kind of just entering and exiting in a straight line. He's not like pivoting off his hooks or anything like that. XL's doing a good job of using lateral movement, but he's largely using it to like escape. But he is usually landing a punch and then exiting out, which is a good way to create an escape angle.
Yeah. A little pattern I'm starting to notice from Aura, like you said earlier, Gal. He's kind of going in with a straight line and also just keeping his head on the center line. It's not like he's going in sloppy, but he is quite susceptible to counters when he does, come in.
Yeah, he's very guard reliant.
Yeah. Ooh, good looping hook on the guard for XL, little back hook.
Yeah, trying to feint that range.
Aura's trying to land some of the better shots now, but XL not letting up. And that'll do it for the first round.
Yeah, I think that was probably an XL round, just based on damage numbers I was seeing. He looked like he was landing more. I think Aura got a stun at one point, or a big, like a 60. I think just sheer number of landed punches goes to XL.
Oh my god. Yeah. There's Aura in his corner.
Yeah, if I were to be on on both sides, I'd recommend for Aura to try to he's trying it a little bit at range where he's trying to level change and feints a little bit, but then off of that, if you sidestep, throw the cross, or basically create an angle at that point, on the entry, you're gonna be better off. And then obviously head movement. So if you like slip on the inside, you're gonna be better off than just lunging on the inside with the hook. Excel, just kind of keep doing what you're doing. You're landing more at this point, and mixing it up to the body is doing well for him.
Aura was starting to catch up a little bit in that first round as it went on. So this could show for a big adjustment for him as the fight goes on.
There we go. Yeah, at range, Aura's doing better, but when Excel gets in close, he's making the most of it. So he's landing 3-4 punches. So if Aura can keep catching him coming in and then move, pivot out. But you see what he's doing is he's moving wide instead of like a sharp pivot. Is going to create a lot more space quicker. He's moving out and wide, which is making it easier for Excel to just sidestep and be in front of him again.
Yeah. Oh, showing some better footwork than Aura. You know, working those angles a lot more efficiently.
Yeah, I would say, Excel's punch selection when he gets inside is pretty good. Like, he's mixing it up to the body, he's coming up top, he's not being repetitive. I think Aura needs to stop going inside. I think he just needs to stand here and then land the 1-2, and then if he lands something big, then go on the inside. Because when he's throwing jabs at range, he's landing more, and they're all 50, 40 plus damage punches.
Yeah, that's being shown here. Aura's getting clipped that on the inside, ran right into, what was it, like a right hand?
Yeah, I was moved right into it.
Yeah, needs to be careful with his footwork, being a little bit too wild. Still looking clean in here, man. I don't think I've ever seen Excel move like this.
I think there we go. Yeah, if Aura just doubles up his jab and then comes in before he comes inside, I think he has a better shot.
Yeah, Excel showing us a pretty subtle head movement, kind of bobbing away from those straight. Aura's really struggling to adjust his environment, very uncomfortable, but he does stun Excel. Trying to double up those combos. Still returning to favor late in the round, 20 seconds left on the clock.
I don't know if Aura thinks he got the round or not. I don't know who got the round either, but if you think you're down the first round, which I'm assuming he is, you can't just stop at the end. You have to win these rounds more decisively.
I think Excel could have edged it out there.
Yeah, that's 70 and the 30. That's 100 damage right there. You got it at the last 2 punches.
Yeah. So I think that round would definitely go to Excel. And I really love how he's able to circle out when Aura starts to pressure him, when he finds him stunned, Excel is able to circle out flawlessly.
Yeah, the benefit of fighting at range, which again, it's something I keep mentioning forward to do, because he was landing big there, and plus you can feint at range a little bit more and bait Excel to come in. But when he tries to escape like that, by moving out along the ropes in this case, all you have to do is sidestep. The ring is tiny relative to the actual ring, so if you control at range, as soon as he moves left or right, you can get in front of him easier. But if you try to move inside where Excel's already winning, he can move out faster and create more space faster. But if you keep him at the edge of your punches, there's not really much he can go.
Yeah. Third and final round. Yeah. Yeah, there is a little bit of controversy. Whether it's 1-1 or 2-0.
I mean, I always assume I'm down if it's a close round. You always have to assume that.
Ooh.
I think it was a right and then a hook off the right to the temp.
Look at Excel. Put his hands behind his back. Oh yeah, he's looking really clean. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm liking the jabs. He's doubling up. He's sweeping it through the guard. And he's the most he's landed consecutively.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's not a, yeah, but it's all up to Aura to return it right back.
Ooh, nice.
Knockdown score. And XL really needs to tighten up his defense, man. You just saw those straight to the guard earlier. Aura's trying to really get into with a cleaner shot. Yeah.
Nice.
Oh!
Yeah, he's just letting Excel crowd him. Like the people we've seen Excel lose to recently have been able to pivot out or create the space, or is just allowing him to come point blank.
Oh!
And, yeah.
Excel just shut his technique down right there.
Fight.
Yeah. I think so. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's all over! It's all over! XL stealing it by TKO. Aura is flat on his... Yeah, he's flat on his stomach, basically. I wish I could say flat on his back.
PSA 10. Good. I never said he was going to lose. I just said he was the worst matchup. No, I'm responding to the chat. Yeah, I never said he was going to lose. I'm just going off of stats, and I think I'm going to stand by it. I still think...
Oh. Yeah, I think coming back to that fight, I think if Excel, keeps up that pace in his career as he comes into the light heavyweight division, I think he could definitely throw himself into title talks.
Yeah, and just for clarification, the way I think of like fights and matchups, and when I say someone's a worst matchup, I'm not saying they're going to lose per se. It's just everything comes down to stats, and like it could be the worst matchup, but it could still be a 60-40 in your case, whereas like Blue might be a 70-30 on against Aura. Like that's the type of when I'm making these types of picks and calls, that's kind of the mindset I'm thinking of.
Oh man, Sheath Elite Shoes is smoking him. This is going to be a very tough pick for Champs United. They have Ilya and Cam before our mandatory matchup, so they really need to make a careful decision here. Because smoking him is a very...
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree. I think Killer Cam would be a good pick. I don't know enough about Ilya, unless it was the person I sparred yesterday. But Cam, I think, has the tools kit to beat Smoke. Oh gosh, short. Well, the guy I sparred yesterday had Ilya in his, like, not in his name, but in like a whatever when you hover it. But yeah, Smoke is usually slower paced and has big damage, but it's like mostly fighting from like a high guard. So Killer Cam can use his footwork and try to pick him off at range.
Yeah. Seems Sheath Elite is going down the lineup. So after this would be Bloob versus either Ilya or Killer Cam, depending on Champs United picks. And they pick Killer Cam! Oof. The middleweight champ will be showing himself tonight. Arguably considered the UBA GOAT. Oh, this is going to be a fun fight. Yes, and the mandatory matchup after this will be Ilya versus Bloob.
Maybe the UBA GOAT, but the UBAE GOAT. Yeah, the way I'm thinking of this matchup, this is kind of like absolutely necessary for Cam to win. Just because I think you kind of have to assume the taller guy with the hit first mechanic is going to be at an advantage against someone that much shorter. And it's Bloob does have power. He does have decent jab. And when he actually commits to it, Bloob has decent footwork.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say assume your next fight is lost, but if you, again, this is, you kind of have to think of, you're 1-1 right now. And so you need 2 wins. Assuming you lose the next one, we restart the rotation, right? So then you could put Cam back in and that can seal the deal there. Or like there's a lot of potential lineups.
Right.
Looks like there's something wrong with the boundary.
Head up, blue corner.
Uh-oh. Got smoking him in the gray. Oh. Smoke in the gray. Smoke is coming into this fight with a big reach advantage with the Cam. It's very stylistic. Very great styles going up against each other tonight. You know, there's a reason Cam is the champion and Smoke is the #1 heavyweight.
Ooh, he might go down right here.
Oh yeah, definitely. These are 2 very well-known fighters in the community. Good defense from Smoke. Being well aware of shots from Cam. Yeah. Cam is really trying to smother Smoke. Trying to limit his movement.
Well, part of it is Smoke's range is like close range. And Excel is dominating at the mid-range right now. So Smoke either needs to close that distance or try to pick it up at range. Oh wait, I just realized Bloob's back on Sheath. There was a trade, I assume?
Yeah. Ooh.
We need Junc on comms.
Cam really loves going for that body. That's a pop over too.
See, this is the range where Cam is, and since he has Smoke on the ropes, he can just back up into the center of the ring. So Smokey then needs to put him back against the rope himself and trap him, or he needs to close the distance.
Yeah, next time
Ooh,
Cameron
good
said,
there.
yeah. Okay.
Looked like something happened.
Yeah, I think next time when Cam resets system of device to Smoke, I think he should definitely try to understand his distance more, because he is the fighter with a longer reach, so he should try using it to his advantage more.
Yeah, Cam's doing a good job at range and mid-range. Like, he just kind of saw it towards the end where he does like a foot feint where he like leans forward and then pulls back. And I think that's giving Smoke some problems guessing when he's going to come in.
Yeah, I mean, these fighters with the shorter arms tend to be more explosive and just overall a lot more powerful than the opponent with the longer reach. So Smoke should take advantage of it and just kind of try and outbox Cam.
Seconds out.
Yeah, M4 saying Cam said he's ping spiking.
Let's fight.
Second round coming up.
I mean, the stream is lagging for me. I don't know if that's for everybody.
Yeah, I definitely noticed some lag too. Oh yeah, I'm starting to see it now. There is some pink like between the two. I think it might be player to player. Or basically has a very bad PC.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cleared up now. It was like kind of pausing for a bit, but oh, there it is.
Ooh.
Isn't like Smoke always sick or injured or something?
It's just,
Or
you know,
hasn't been playing in a while, or
yeah.
I'm not saying he's not sick. I'm just saying there's, certain people, there's always a preface before they fight if they're not feeling it. But if he's legitimately sick and putting up this kind of performance, then more power to him. He's doing his team good by not pulling out, especially when he already had one pull up. It would have been an automatic DQ.
Ooh, little check hook.
Oh, he got turned around there. Was that a stun that turned him around? He got really confused.
He tried.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, nice. Smoke looks like he's about to go down.
Smoke really needs to find a way to disturb Cam's inside movement, because he's just getting pissed off really badly when Cam comes in. Ooh, good uppercut to the body from Cam. That'll do it for round two. I think, that clearly went to Cam. Another 10-9 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, I would say Smoke needs a knockdown to get a draw. I think it would probably be the best scenario for him. Especially if you're sick, if you just try to go out in the first 30 seconds or so, get a knockdown, and then try to coast the rest of the round.
Yeah. And Smoke is really getting shown some levels here, really struggling against Cam's pressure. He needs to try to his fullest to find a counter to it and possibly tie out the scorecards for a draw
Seconds out.
or edge it out.
Okay, get ready. Fight.
Because if it's a draw, both teams do get a point.
Which I would say is probably would favor Sheath probably. Yeah, it looks like Smoke's going for it.
Oh. Cam did get caught there. Both of them starting to tag up a little bit.
It would have to be the first round of Smoke, if anything. I'm pretty sure, or to me, the second round was clear Cam.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think Smoke did a little grace period. Had to adjust the headset there. I think Cam is so far.
Ooh, 67.
Smoke on very high punishment. Could be going for a knockdown anytime soon.
I bet. Yeah, Smoke came out strong and was winning it, and then yeah, if he's actually sick, he might have just, or he is sick. Yeah, he'd probably gassed himself out there.
Smoke looking pretty rubbery right now. Yeah, does not look comfortable there at all.
Ooh, like. Yeah, I like Cam's work when he's at like that range. He'll throw like.
Oh my goodness! A sneaky right hook.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's been feinting or throwing like these throwaway punches to try to bait something.
Let's go.
And I think that jab was not really meant to do damage, and then he landed that 45 for the knockdown on the right. I would say in my book, he hasn't secured, he doesn't necessarily need to be risking it, but he's winning these exchanges. So if you get the knockdown and it comes, just take it. If it doesn't, don't force it. My assumption was 3-0, but I could be wrong. Yeah. BRB.
That's just the aura. That's just the aura from Cam. That's funny, bro. Come on, what's funny, HP? It's gonna be good, my brother.
Stat. My OBS wasn't capturing my mic there. Yeah, the score is 2-1 for Team Champions United against Team Sheath Elite. Yeah, so who y'all have? Do y'all think Ilya will shut down Bloob in this matchup, securing a 3-1 lead for Team Champions United, putting him at the #1 spot? Or do y'all think Bloob, the heavyweight against the lightweight, will beat Ilya, securing a 2-2, a tiebreaker, a literal tiebreaker? That would be crazy. Because after that, it could be any fight that comes up. Any fighter, because the cycle would be resetted by then.
It would be interesting to see Blue, because he did mention in the chat that he is quite good against against lightweights.
You know what's interesting to see? Fight Night 29, because Vinyl is, like we said earlier, your main event, and Blue is stepping in for Jester's spot because Jester couldn't make it for Saturday, and he is going up against Contour. So just a reminder, check out tomorrow, Fight Night 29, Vinyl versus Roatan, the main event. In the co-main event, Blue versus Contour.
My history is kind of bad with him, so
who is Guest? Guest versus Napboy.
That's supposed to be Natsu. I changed his name to Guest on the database. We'll change that soon. Because Natsu got a new account and it was registered to his Discord account, so don't worry about that. But that is Natsu versus Napboy, in case anyone is confused on why there's a Guest.
Yeah, Natsu's just a guest. He's only here temporary. Might get banned after the event.
My bad, guys. We are waiting on Blue to update his game to PTC. You know, this is why, guys. We told y'all, make sure to update it on PTC. Be ready.
If it doesn't hit the timer, it's automatic DQ.
And Champs United so far does have the lead 2-1 over Sheath. So Sheath needs to, break this lead.
Yeah, this is where if you're confident in your fighter, you have to start thinking about who you're going to put in next. And depending on how gassed Bloop is, and we know Smoke is sick, you probably are looking to put Excel back in to try to close it out. So we might see an Excel versus Cam matchup for the final match.
Yeah.
If Ilya doesn't win here, if Ilya wins here, then it's over.
Seems Bloop is having some trouble updating to PTC.
Or they might just get the win on a DQ.
Oh. Yeah, this has been quite the event, man. I've seen a lot of TKOs.
He came in last second. It was a few seconds away, honestly. It was a few seconds away. Let's go ahead and get this going. Blue versus Ilya, the mandatory bout. The possible winning fight for Team Champions United up against Team Sheath Elite. And this could be the score even for Blue if he gets it in for Sheath. Is that a word, evening? Evening? I don't think so, guys. Ignore that.
Evening is the word, but not in this context.
Ooh.
Good evening.
Is the former heavyweight champion.
Ready. Let's fight.
A lot of controversy over his heavyweight champion run. A lot of people said he's overrated.
Yep, y'all can restart. Just we was standing there. All right, we'll wait on them to restart real quick. Just a quick instant replay, though, of what went down there. Let's go ahead and wait for these fighters to ready up again. $147 player to player, and his ping is constantly red. Oh.
Take video.
Yeah, take a video of that. You need proof, video proof.
Yeah, you can't use a single picture for ping because it spikes when you open the menu.
Seconds out. Okay.
The other guy's looking pretty ripped.
Box on.
Aaliyah in the all white. They're getting the ping checked out here.
Hey, Red, face your
I
opponent.
mean, I know Blue's also
Head
had
up. Warning,
ping issues
red.
in the past, so
Okay, record
160
the ping, record the ping,
P2P.
record the ping. If you want to fight,
Red,
it's up to
turn
you.
around, now.
Yeah, that's up to you. If you continue to fight,
What?
the ping won't be an excuse.
Forget what in the rules it is on ping for just moving to the next match. Like a combined of 200 or something like that. Really, take it on your side as well, just to have. Is it 200 or 250? I don't have the rules in front of me. I'm on my work computer.
We will get something figured out here, ladies and gentlemen. Just give us a few short moments.
Well, even if
to
it's
figure this all
250,
out.
it's still on the higher end
We are going to
combined.
need the video proof and screen. Okay, there it goes. Let's get fighters back to lobby, and then we'll take a quick second to get things going real quick. Just a few short moments, guys. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, come on. Biggest in the league, no one can fuck with me. Even the greats, they falling right on their knees. The Maki really got that rocket, hit you in your socket, now your head gon' really bleed. Come on, you really think you can fuck with the best? Step in the ring, can you pass the test? Stand your face, now you look a mess. Yeah, you don't even wanna stand a bang with me. Maki finna hit you with that 1, 2, 3. Maki really finna make you pay your knees. Maki finna make you say just please stop it. Yeah, but Maki ain't stopping. Better watch out when you step in the ring. Hit you with these slugs like content. Yeah, been a grace, yeah, They're the best, like King Kong, pounding on his chest. Step close to me, bitches, you getting wrecked. You got TKO, then that's your best. Yeah, and I call that shit Canada power. Hit you with a 3-piece combo. Now the audience screaming out louder. Yeah, biggest in the league, no one can fuck with me. Even the greats, they falling right on their knees. Mr. Rocket really got that rocket. Hit you in your socket, now your head gon' really bleed. Come on, you really think you can fuck with the best? Step in the ring, can you pass the test? Yeah, stun your face, now you look a mess. Okay, you don't even wanna stand a bang with me. Marky finna hit you with that 1, 2, 3. Marky finna get you on your knees. Marky finna make you say, just please stop it. Come, I can't stop it. Yeah, better watch out when you step in the race. Hit you with these slugs like Compton. Yeah. Yeah, come on. Biggest in the league, no one can fuck with me. Even the greats, they falling right on their knees. The Maki really got that rocket. Hit you in your socket, now your head gon' really bleed. Come on, you really think you can fuck with the best? Step in the ring, can you pass the test? Stay your face, now you look a mess. Yeah, you don't even wanna. Now we boxing, little bitch. Knock you out now, you really my bitch. Go pound for pound, you don't wanna get hit. By left and right, this jab go hit. Yeah, I just be grinding every day, can't catch up to me. Yeah, you cannot dodge on my punches, I feel like Bruce Lee. Yeah, flow like a butterfly, sitting like a bee. Yeah, weaving all these punches like my name Holly. Damn, I cannot fake it. Tryna climb up the ranks, I can make it. You a little bitch, to me you was basic. You was so fake, more faker than latex.
Watching around the world have been waiting for. Live from the sold-out Air Canada Center in Toronto, Canada.
Never gon' stop, like mama I made it. I'm dedicated, she want my baby. Yeah, you gon' come out at the top. Yeah, my punches hit hard like a Glock. Yeah, knock to my core, he won't stop. At 21 cents, that's a lot. Yeah, damn, it's a beat down, beat him so hard now he switch language, ni how. Yeah, I put some fear in his eye. Don't I know how this shit gon' go down. Yeah, you boxing with me, your medical fee gon' be triple repeat. Damn, no one fucking with me. That's why I feel like the king of this league. King of this league. King of this league. Yeah, king of this league. No one fucking with me. Fucking with me. Feel like king of this league.
I'm just gonna head out.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we were going to do a repick, but Bloob is, well, he made up his mind to fight him, so we will run this match forward. Bloob versus Ilya will be going, so let's go ahead and get this forward, ladies and gentlemen.
You're in a no-lose situation. Well, you can lose, but if you lose, it's the pink. If you win, you overcame adversity.
They accepted a fight, Pablo. That's why it's not happening.
Get ready. Let's go.
Is it worse or what? All right, just go for it.
The high ping matchup between Bloob and Ilya.
Yeah, I'd like to see Blue just use his range more. Just try to, if Ilya's going to come in. Oh, looks like he fell. Or he slipped. His dog got in the way. Who knows?
Ooh.
Yeah, there's no reason Blue needs to be fighting at this range. But, I mean, he seems to be winning the exchanges, so.
Blue does seem to be getting caught in a slip from that defense.
Trying to go forward with those hooks. They can be fighting, especially against a taller opponent. He has to watch out with that. Blue can shoot those straights coming in, shut him down. But even on high ping, Ilya could eat those. And just
I mean, so far the fight's been looking pretty fine, except that exchange right there. Like he was fighting a ghost. Okay, I jinxed it.
Break it up. Step back. That's fine.
A little bit for the jab right there. You can see that landed very, very late.
Yep. Blue is really trying to establish that distance. He does have the height and reach advantage. And, considering how Ilya is just mainly throwing hooks a lot, that is definitely a great approach from Blue.
Yeah, it's getting worse.
Yeah. Clear ping, very bad ping in this fight. But Blue did want to continue. He did say, just screw it. Let's go for it.
Oh, has Ilya hurt though? This could be his chance to get on him. Ilya recovers right there. You can see the ping in action. He just punched him in the tailbone.
Yeah, and this is our first time. This is our first time seeing Blue in quite a long time. I haven't really seen Blue since UBA 13 after losing his belt to Bodhi, so it feels nice to see him back in the ring after such a long time.
Even though Blue had him hurt the last few seconds, I like to imagine that on a high ping. Actually, no, Blue was landing very heavy shots. I was going to say that I like to imagine on a high ping, the activity from Ilya early on could have had him ahead by damage, like 30 to 60. I don't think 100, but I would see like just a little bit over ahead of Blue for round one.
Yeah.
Oh, no, you can go ahead.
I was just saying, the number of punches early on for Ilya, yeah, I can see it going either way by a little bit.
Yeah, Ilya really needs to try mixing it up more because Blue is clearly reading those wide telegraphed hooks, and Ilya's coming in very sloppy. He needs to tighten up that technique so he'll stand at least a better chance against the former champion.
Yeah, if you're the taller fighter and it's high ping, just let your opponent come to you and just run into it. If you fight on the back foot, things can help you out. You got the reach advantage.
Pull counter.
Ooh.
You can run into it.
Oh, right there again, a knockdown. He had a good pull counter early on too. That stunned him. It flashed him very good right there. And then he's catching. That's literally the fight Blue has to play is dance around him, land those shots, be here and there. You have a shorter fighter on a higher ping. They're gonna be wanting to walk you down. They're gonna want to put that pace onto you, those hooks, etc. And it's like what Golf caught out earlier too. The wide shot is gonna get caught like that. A little bit the taller fighter.
Yeah, Ilya's doing what he has to. So I know people saying he's throwing hooks, but that's kind of what he has to do. He's a shorter guy. He's trying to fight his way in, and there's a lot of ping issues. So he kind of has to do his best when he makes it in.
I'll say the issue with him fighting in would be that he's trying to close the distance with wide shots, opening up with the hook. Which just right there, he doesn't have his other hand up as often. When you're opening up with your hooks, your lead hooks, you can get caught. He could be with that straight.
Yeah, I wonder if Ilya is making this approach on purpose because, you know, like you said, the thing is very bad, so he's trying to come in or like kind of slugging towards Blue while winging up those very wide color wrap hooks just to, you know, try and get something going.
Yeah, my assumption is on his end, he's landing a lot more than he is because he's like fighting an after image. You can tell. He starts way too early his combo. It just the ping issue is just gonna make it 3 different fights are happening right now.
Yeah. And if Blue does win this, there will be, I think, another matchup because then Sheath and Sheath will be tied up. Yeah.
And the cycle would be reset too, so they could put Ilya back in there. They could put Cam or Smoke. They could put Blue back in there. Or they could put
It's gonna be Cam though.
That's a Cam Smoke. That's a Cam. Oh, you can see the ping right there, Blue. Ilya. Going for the shots and
Ilya tried throwing a big overhand when Blue came in, but he missed it by like a mile. He's gonna, you know, set up his shots more rather than just, you know, throwing the love of it.
Oh, the high ping head movement.
Yeah, I mean, Ilya's trying to make the most of it when he gets on the inside. He throws good body work. He tries to mix it up, but he's probably landing on his end. It's just, it's in a favor whoever's has more footwork or who's moving more.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't necessarily say this is a bad showing from Ilya at all. It's just a bad situation.
Yeah, combined with you know, inconsistent hit registration and of course the bad ping, Ilya's style is very hit or miss against, you know, someone like Blue.
Yeah, I don't know if Blue can necessarily say anything about being a better boxer at this. Just throwing close range hooks when he's the taller guy, not utilizing the jab, not setting up feints, not doing a lot of the things that, you know, an amateur boxer would do. I'll just say he's not a good boxer or he doesn't have the experience or anything, but it is a high ping fight, so you can't really claim anything at this point.
Yeah, third round.
Third and final round. Losing the clock here. Blue following a 10-8 round in a second and possibly leading the first round. So this third round, Ilya would have to push the pace. I imagine the same. If they really want to show that they have this fight.
Ilya's trying to put in work. Like he's trying to feint at range. He comes in, throws the 1-2 up top, goes to the body, tries to exit with the hook on top. It's just when you're closing the distance on high ping, it's
One thing that could be very good too for Sheath is that if Ilya did take round 1, if he takes the third round, this could be a draw, and that would be a 3-2 victory for Champs United. So no matter what, Blue will need this. It can't be a draw or nothing.
Protect yourself at all times, Zoto.
Left hand landed for Blue coming in on Ilya.
And Blue kind of explaining why he is the former heavyweight champion.
He's done right now. The punishment from Ilya. Oh my God.
Ooh.
That was nicely timed.
There's good production replay on that stun right there from Blue.
I mean, I would still assume I'm down if I'm Blue because you ate like 3 to 4 punches just with your controller down.
And we also will be seeing Blue on tomorrow, I believe, for Fight Night 29 against Contour. So make sure you tune into that. 3 back-to-back events this week. We got week 2, day 1. And we got
I'll be there.
Fight Night 29, week 2, week 2. So kind of ends it up for this week. And we also got an AMA card next week too, I believe so.
Card out today too, later on, guys.
Like, I love these amateur cards. There's some new talent putting on a show.
Looks like Ilya's shots wasn't registering there for a second. That jab.
Yeah.
The registration does seem a little delayed.
One of those things where Blue could just be getting free damage, just jabbing right now.
This can't go to a draw or to at least a second. Last 10 seconds. Can anyone prove it? Can they leave it all in that ring? Ilya on the footwear here, backpedaling throughout the fight. Blue trying to chase it. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. We will be finding out who takes it for their team.
Nope, and Blue takes it.
I don't know, he left early, so I think he loses by default.
Ilya did take the last round, but the first round was Blue. Let's go ahead and take a look at the damage there.
Oh, it's higher than I thought it would be for King.
Blue took it by just a little bit. So I thought it was Ilya that took about a little bit. It was Blue that took about a little bit. In the second round, you could see this was all Blue. In the third round, Ilya took it on the damage. But yeah, this first round, whatever punch he landed, that one punch he landed is what saved this whole fight for Team Sheath Elite. As we take it into the battle rooms where all fighters, the cycle is resetted, so all fighters can be chosen. It is 2-2. And I believe the
Let's
first
put in
pick
Cam
is
XL.
M4.
Call it. Unless they throw Aura back in, but I don't see a reason why you would want to do that.
Yeah.
Oh, and a pretty urgent one from M4 right off the rip. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what I'm about to say, I mean, isn't it pretty obvious here? It is Cam. Cam is being chosen for Champs United. And ignore the blacked out boxes right there, ladies and gentlemen. All fighters are available. If they want to put Blue back in, they can put Blue back in.
Yeah, right off the bat, man. They instantly throw Cam in there. From what we've seen, with the recent matchups, I think for this lineup, Cam is your safest option, especially if you want to take this fight, take this matchup, because it's all up to it goes to Jesus,
just whether or not Excel wants the fights and they're willing to put him in.
I wanted the Cam Legendary. Bro, my bad. We are waiting on Team Sheath Elite to make their pick here. Who would they put in? I believe they have around a minute in. And the pick is in, ladies and gentlemen. Watch those names right there. Y'all are going to see one light up. And all I'm going to say is we are seeing it ran back. XL being picked for Team Sheath Elite to get in there against Cam. And this one could be looking a little bit better for XL since he's running off that win with Aura. Either way, this is interesting because Cam is also running off that win of smoking them. So either way, it's going to be a very, very good matchup. Cam and XL running it back. Team Sheath Elite versus Champions United. Tied 2-2. This is game 5. And whoever wins this will be taking that #1 spot. And you're probably asking, what is the score looking like? What are the standings? Where can I see what these people look like? Let me just take y'all to this other room real quick where we can just go ahead and see the UBAE standings right here. UKFC Unks did beat Junc, so they hold in on that spot that they're in right now. But Sheath Elite and Champs United 1 and 2 is right there. This is going to be very, very interesting to see. Gentlemen,
unless I'm mistaken, Cam and Excel just fought recently, right? In UBA?
Yes, sir. UBA 14.
Yeah, I'm sure Cam or Excel wants that run back. I think he lost that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and take it to the matchup because it is in. Both fighters are ready. XL versus Cam 2 or 4, depending on how your score is looking. We'll be starting now. Cam in the black and yellow. XL in the all yellow. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 3 minutes on the clock for this one. A tiebreaker between both teams.
And whoever wins this fight takes it home for their whole team. So both players should definitely try to bring it really careful.
This couldn't happen.
Both standing at swimsuit.
The best versus the best. XL versus Cam.
XL already looks a little bit hurt.
Cam's doing a good job pressuring. He does a good job landing 2-3 punches, and then he creates more space to try to like reset.
Yeah, let's hope XL doesn't make that same mistake that Sportman did last time, earlier, where he missed another and with that shoulder reach. At least understand his distance against with short arms like Cam Fish. There's the theories, shorter arms equals more power.
In the realm! Oh my god! And I was just gonna bring up earlier too is that you're starting to notice XL is picking up the shots on the body of Cam here. The punishment building up. XL dropping Cam in the first round. Wow.
Sorry, he's looking good for Sheath Elite so far in the first. Cam on that pressure.
Cam started out doing good. He was landing a lot of putting his combos together. But then it was like a string of punches by XL.
Oh, XL starting to pick it up on Cam. Hold on. We might be looking at a different fight.
Oh man, a fuselage punches from XL as Cam hurt.
Oh,
firing back
he's showing that he's still here in this fight. Oh, wait.
No.
The way that moved, his headset could have died. The way he just moved right there. The way he just moved. The way he just moved and it just cut out.
Oh
my god. Oh, it didn't die.
Depends on what happened.
It didn't die. Okay. It did not die.
It looked like some weird ping stuff was happening right before that, but I don't know.
That would have been bad. What was the time left in the round? 40 seconds? Oh, the punishment that was built up. We can.
Oh, even the lobby got messed up.
The lobby's messed up?
I mean, it just said it disconnected.
Oh no, it's good. I
mean, 10-8 for sure. I don't know what to do about the other two if it wasn't his fault.
That would be a 10-8 for XL. We can give them 20 or 30 more seconds. Unless both fighters ready up and want to get back in there, this could continue. But this will be a 10-8 round one for XL off the bat. So whenever both fighters are ready, this will resume. So this will be going to the second round. And we are resuming right back into the action. Picking off where we left off. Round one is completed, guys. Make sure I know that. Round one is done. So that's a 10-8 for XL. We're going to go ahead and take it to this matchup here.
Yeah, it's hard to say who was
off of that.
winning in that round and like how punishment would have played a role.
I will lean towards XL. XL was building up a lot of punishment, especially following up a knockdown on Cam.
Basically, like, a lot of Cam's work isn't really landing.
So far, XL is definitely looking a lot more comfortable in this fight than, when we saw him on UBAE 14. Being careful of those body shots more often. And continuing that inside work. Trying to build up as
like
much
a random number generator.
Ooh. From the top of XL, and he goes down to the body. Going back to the punishment, not forgetting the game plan, a short little uppercut right there.
XL should definitely aim for that body more. Cam is keeping that very high guard with not much regards to the body.
He has to work with the body like he did in that real fight with the XL on UBA 14, but XL someone freaked out into him.
Yeah, Cam had a good combo there. One up top, went to the body, exited, or had one more on the opposite side. So he's doing a good job. It's just, yeah, Lot's just not landing.
He hasn't hurt though. Oh, Cam's hurt now too.
Ooh.
XL was hurt momentarily. Cam tried to come in, and XL landed a short left hook or cross that caught Cam coming in.
It was like 3 punches that just landed on Cam's side, and nothing happened. No points.
Just making sure not to overcommit and just keeping that same pace like he did with smoking him.
XL's on high punishment though this round so far.
And now that Excel's playing at his real height, you know, could be like a prime Excel.
Was he just like glitching the whole time, or height?
Not by choice. Not by choice.
Oh, Cam securing a knockdown. XL returning it.
10-8. The drama.
Both fighters currently tied up on this board.
Yeah, I'd like to see Cam go back to that mid-range. He's getting a little too close. And he was definitely doing a better job when he was maintaining more range. Ooh, nice. Right hook to the body, right up top.
Thanks for really having to think here. Now 10 seconds. Oh, man. That'll do it.
Got a PSA Excel number 75. Uncommon, it says. Only fitting. Yeah, it all comes down to this last round.
Yeah. This is very, very high stakes. Game 5. It is 1-1 between both of these fighters in these rounds. 10-8 to 10-8. There is 3 more minutes left in this fight, in this matchup between both teams. So they need this. They really, really need this.
Yeah, both fighters currently tied up at 18-18, so this third round is the round that determines which team take it home and possibly go in the #1 spot for Conference A.
Mouthpiece is in. Seconds out. Okay, get ready. Box.
Third and final round. 3 minutes on the clock between both these teams. This is what they need. 1-1 between both fighters in this fight. 2-2 between both teams in this matchup. It's Cam bringing it on into the center of the ring.
Oh, Excel hurt early. Cam is really just putting on the gas.
Yeah, if I was in Cam's corner, I don't know if I would be telling him to try to go out there and force a knockdown. That's how you get. Oh, there we go. It worked out.
He gets it anyway. This victory could be slipping out of Sheath Elite's hands at a very rapid pace.
Offensively good defense.
Cam is ready. Cam is ready. He's about to go on the gas.
Ooh.
Yep.
Oh,
He's
man.
going for it. Cam is going for it. XL's gonna have to. Oh, yep.
Oh,
He just hurt himself. I mean, he just hurt Cam. I mean.
Yeah, this is why usually I tell people not to try to force it, because if you do, a lot of times you just walk into something, especially with movement damage being higher than it should.
I think he's the middleweight champ. Cam knows what he's doing and what, from his movement. Cam's teammates in the chat cheering on, cheering on Cam in the chat.
Going up on a minute 25 in this fight. Beyond the halfway point of this third and final round.
Nice.
So far, Cam is up 10-8 in this round. This fight is into his hands. Oh, hurting Excel again.
Cam with his hands down. He was leaning in. Flip-flopping
right into the uppercut.
Oh man, Cam looks really hurt. And that Excel looks very good. And Cam is capitalizing on it.
Cam's reaching his flow right now. The thing is, XL started playing more and more into his game a little bit. The first round he was mixing in the body crosses, the body hooks, really active to the body, and that was throwing Cam off. But now he's starting to fall into the trap of Cam.
Yeah, he's sort of slowing down.
Especially against a fighter like Cam too. It could be mentally draining as well too. Spending a lot of time thinking, and next thing you know, you're down his fight.
There's all these punches landing. I'm surprised no one's went down yet. It was a nice uppercut.
We've seen a lot of stuns and moments where you see 50s and 60s. Last 10 seconds between both of these fighters, though. Can any of them secure that final knockdown to finally show that they have it, or could this be Cam's fight?
It's all
Champions
over.
United taking it for their team, taking the #1 spot of UBAE Summer Split so far, defeating Team Sheath Elite 3-2. Wow, what a series of events. What a series of
They
events.
defend
Let's go
their
ahead and look at
#1
the final 20
spot.
stats. Yeah, it was a 30-26 decision, or I mean a 28-26 decision for Cam against XL. And the damage, you can see it right here showing, yeah, Cam was ahead. Wow. Let me go ahead and mark that.
And right after that disconnection, Cam just suddenly locked in. He was hungry.
Champions United taking that #1 standing spot. Expect some updates and make sure to use /UBAE standings to see it tonight. The updated standings. Ladies and gentlemen, Champions United has claimed the #1 spot against Sheath Elite. Let's go ahead and look at what else we have going, because here is the schedule. Tomorrow we have Fight Night 29. And then after that, we have day 2 of week 2, which is on Sunday, which will have T-Muds versus Ring Reapers and the 5 Great Kage versus Rag Tags. So make sure y'all tune in for that, and make sure y'all tune in tomorrow for Fight Night 29, because the King Vinyl versus Roatan is now the main event. Jester is out, Blue is in, stepping in, facing off against Contour and another stacked. I mean, look at the card. You have Stevie versus Clint, both 2-0 undefeated lightweights. Guest versus Natboy, that's Natsu versus Natboy. You have M4 versus Kage, which was a beef. This was a heated rivalry they have going on. So make sure y'all tune in for that. Make sure y'all tune in for Fight Night 30, which is 2 weeks from now. Lamo versus Rico, Dakota versus Carbon Shield, Sage versus Jay Baca, and much more. So make sure Ilya making his debut against Kobe Nomics in that card too, guys. So y'all have a good one. These are the next 3 events right here. The next 2 events, I mean, for UBA. And here is the schedule bar for week 2. In case you want to see the rosters on the bottom right there. T-Muds, Reapers, Kage, Rag Tags.
I did not knowingly take anything.
It's been fun. I gotta head out.
There's no concrete evidence. You can ask my lawyers.
Thank you, God, for commentating. Thank you, Bluer, for commentating. A good day 1 for week 2 of UBAE Summer Split.
I'm not gonna go easy on him
It's a
this
press
night.
conference.
For sure. I'm not gonna give him any open spaces for him knocking on my dad.
Chicken.
I do remember fighting Terrence's dad, so it was when I was doing amateurs.
Let me go ahead and put the trailer.
I remember knocking him out. It was a pretty tough fight, though.
After my dad.
Hester, I hear you have earned one of the biggest fights of the night. Your buddy, Tyler Wynn, wanted me to corner you. Use that range to keep him at the end of your jab. Bait him with feints and cut angles. Smart pressure. You can be the champion of the peoples if you get this week. Let's give these people a fight for the ages. All right, kid.
I was talking a load of bullshit, but he can talk all he wants, he's gonna get knocked out anyway.
Why do they gas me up? It's gonna be a very easy fight for me. My head. How much I got? You're not winning. Get that out of your head.
10 advantage, so I'm just hoping that he keeps his who did you beat? Big man, it's like I get to do it to tear down his chance at the belt.
Punch him in his jaw, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna make you my son.
I know how that works.
I'm gonna show you that old man Papa strength.
The chosen one will be getting a contract as well.